Are we ready for the Premier League, guys? Are we? I mean, watching yesterday's game against Atletico Bilbao just showed me that how good we really are. When our tactics really click and we start finding our players with those passes that we want to find them with, then we are seriously good. We are seriously good. But then again, you have to keep in mind that we lost against teams like Tottenham and Villarreal, who were slightly better quality teams than Atletico Bilbao. My personal opinion. They were better quality teams than Atletico Bilbao. But then again, we seen yesterday something that we didn't see before, which was a slight shift to Mikel Arteta's tactics, which was one of those things that really impressed me, was that he put Declan Rice as that number 6 and pushed Zubimendi further up the field. That was very interesting to see, and that happened a couple of minutes into the game. We're going to talk about yesterday's game. We're going to talk about the players that's going to leave us, and we're going to talk about Ebrici Esse, where we are with this deal. This is Stockholm Gunner. Before we get into those things that I want to talk about, if you are new around here, people, subscribe to the channel, smash the like for the video, right? It doesn't cost you a penny to subscribe to the channel, I'm telling you, right? It's just a one click. Much appreciated. My regular audience, smash the like for the video. Let's jump right into this one and start with yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was beautiful to watch Arsenal play the way they played yesterday. It really was. And the way we were passing and finding our players, the way the players were clicking and they were interchanging, and we did the overlaps, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was really clicking, and Bukayo Saka was shining. Victor Gyökeres got his goal. Zubimendi, brilliant on the ball. What impressed me the most was Zubimendi and Nuno Madueke, I have to say. Nuno Madueke and Zubimendi really surprised me the way they played yesterday. The tweak that Mikel Arteta did was that he actually, a couple of minutes into the game, he put Declan Rice as that number 6 and he pushed Zubimendi further up the field. And as soon as he did that, we saw how brilliant Zubimendi is on the ball and the way that he can find those key passes to the front man, and which he did. He did a beautiful cross from the right side into the box where Victor Gyökeres got his head to it and he scored. That was a beautiful goal. That was a beautiful goal. You know, Bukayo Saka always shines. He takes his players on and dribble past them and cross the balls in. And he had a joy doing that yesterday. He always shines, Bukayo Saka. He is our Mr. Reliable. He really is. Martinelli yesterday had a better game than the games against Tottenham and Villarreal. He really had a better game. But then again, we seen what Nuno Madueke could do. Nuno Madueke surprised me yesterday, the way he actually held on to the ball and crossed deadly crosses into the box. Now, this is what he said on his Instagram. Much more like it. Can't wait for next week. That is what he said on his Instagram. And I have to give it to him. He has a beautiful left foot. And the way he was crossing those balls into that box. At one point, Victor Gyökeres went for a diving header, right? And the goalkeeper got hand to it and he hit the ball hit the post. That could have easily become the second goal. And I must say, if you can do that consistently every week, in and out, right? Then you are pretty much stealing that left winger position for yourself. You really are. Because Martinelli is not really hitting those levels that he needs to hit, right? That is Nuno Madueke. And there are a couple of players that came back. Our main defender, Gabriel Magalhaes, came back yesterday. He was playing the game, right? Julian Temba, we also seen him play the game. And I'm just glad that those two are back, and they are very important players for us. They really are very important players for us. Bukayo Saka said this on his Instagram: Premier League next up. He is ready. He is ready. Ricardo Calafiore said this on his Instagram: home with the heart. Right? That is what they say. That's what they say in those guys. And then Mikel Arteta said this on. This is what he said, I should say, on further incomings. Let's see what happens. This is what he says. Let's see what happens in terms of where the squad is in the next few weeks. We are actively looking at options as well. There are few players maybe that have to leave, so we will be open. We will be open to see what happens. That is what Mikel Arteta says. And there are a couple of players that needs to leave. These are the players that needs to leave, I think, personally. This was a beautiful list from AFC Kuno, right? And he said, this is the list that he gave me. And it is Fabio Vieira on the list, Reece Nelson, Lokonga, Jesus, Trossard, and Zinchenko. And he also gives us valuation for their sales, right? If we're gonna, when we selling them, he said 25 million for Fabio Vieira, 20 million for Reece Nelson, 5 million for Lokonga, 25 million for Jesus. That is a push, I must say. 25 million for Trossard. That is also another push, and 10 million for Zinchenko. We should get more. We should get more for Zinchenko. We really should. And if we do sell those players, then we have to bring in Rodrigo on a loan with the obligation to buy him for 70 million next summer, and SCA for 60 million. And he ends the quote with Bismillah. Ya Rab, make it happen, right? Make it happen. Those are the players that I think they should leave. I agree with this guy. And Bertha would probably watch the game today where Crystal Palace will play against Liverpool in the Community Shield game, right? Which starts 3 p.m. kickoff in UK time. And then he's probably going to go in for SCA. This is a tweet that I've seen, and this is from Arsenal Radar, and they said, breaking news. This is basically what it says. Arsenal are close to finalizing the signing of Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace, with the sources transfer.com reporting that only one aspect of the deal remains unsolved. Financial terms have reportedly been agreed upon, with Arsenal set to pay a total fee of 63.5 million euros, which is around 55 million pounds, including an upfront payment of 34.5 million euros, which is around 30 million. Discussions over the structure of the remaining installments are ongoing, but are not expected to cause any significant delay. That is a beautiful news for my ears. That really is. And I think when Bertha watches this guy perform in today's game against Liverpool, then he's gonna go in. And I'm hoping that he goes in on Monday, puts some money on the table, and signs this player. That is all I had, guys. It was a 10 minutes video, right? And for you guys who's new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And for my regular audience, smash the like for the video. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.